Hello, and thanks for watching this video. My name is Lawrence Norwood, and I have been working with financial advisors for almost 15 years now. And I want to share with you some of the different tips and strategies that I have picked up over the past decade or so working with financial advisors, working with insurance agents, and top producers throughout the United States. Thanks for clicking on this video. You may have been contacted by me, or you may have stumbled onto this video. I want to share with you the 3 things that are so important that you need to do to close more business from your seminar marketing or workshop efforts. I've been working with advisors for over 15 years, and I can assure you that the reason why advisors fail at seminars is because they don't follow the following 3 things to generate more appointments and business opportunities. So I want to go ahead and cover this with you at this time. If you were to ask many different advisors about their opinion about seminars and workshops to promote their business, you're going to get very divided responses. You're going to get a lot of advisors that are going to tell you that seminars are a waste of money, they're oversaturated, they basically encourage people to come out, they're going to eat your chicken or steak dinner, and they're going to leave. Everybody comes for the free meal, but they don't want to do business. And then you're going to get a small percentage of advisors that say, I built my book of business on seminars and they're the best thing ever. So what's the difference between the ones that think that seminars are terrible for their business, is a waste of money, and the ones that actually have discovered and validate that that process works for closing business? Well, the difference is just that the advisors that are successful with seminar marketing and workshop marketing follow the 3 most important things when it comes to seminars. And that is, first, follow best practices. Make sure that you're hosting your seminars at a location, at a time, a day that is going to be suitable for the people that you want to do business with. This is probably one of the reasons why seminars flop in the field, is because advisors are trying to facilitate seminars that are convenient to their personal times and not to the people that they want to do business with. The second thing is having a call to action. What is going to be the method that you're going to utilize to get people into your office? A lot of advisors that fail, and probably the number one reason why advisors fail, is because they do not have a call to action to get people into their office from their seminars. The third thing that you need to take in consideration is sales process. What are you going to tell people when they sit down with you and they meet with you? What exactly are you going to say to them to help them realize that they actually have a financial problem and you are the solution to that problem, and they need to move money to you to resolve that issue? Now, just to come back to these 3 things, I want to talk about best practices. Now, some people in the industry know this is well-known information. A lot of people don't know. So if you're new to the industry, or if you're just getting involved in seminars and you want to try certain things, or you have an idea on what you want to do when you do your group events or your workshops, I want to share with you the data. I've been with a company for over 20 years that has been marketing for financial seminars and workshops all over the United States. And the thing that we've determined that from the data, there are best practices that you need to follow when it comes to to hosting seminars. If you are doing seminars, you want to host your seminars at neutral territories. Avoid your office, avoid your home, avoid areas that are going to be directly related to your firm or someone actually getting sold. You want to do it in a neutral territory. The data also shows that you want to host your seminars at a freestanding restaurant, or a restaurant that is known for dining. Locations like Bonefish, Ruth Chris Steakhouse, Fleming Steakhouse, McCormick and Schmidt's, Cooper's Hawk are just a few different types of locations that you can consider. Larger franchises with private rooms are usually the best places to host your seminars at. We've also been tracking data on what's the best day of the week to host your seminars at. Even though you might think that it's more suitable and people have time in the weekends, it's further from the truth. People do not want to take time out of their weekend to actually come to your seminar events. They want to do things during the week because the financial situations is kind of a business type thing, and they feel more comfortable attending their financial seminars and workshops during the week. We statistically have found that the best days of the week are Tuesdays and Thursdays, followed by a Wednesday, followed by a Monday. If you want to go ahead and waste money, host a seminar on a Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, you're going to watch your results dwindle, and you'll probably get a few people to respond opposed to 20 or 30. You want to host your seminars in the evening, 6:30, 7 o'clock. And the reason is the following. If you are targeting people below the age of 70, there is a high probability that they're actually working. The people that actually are retiring in their 60s and 50s, those people are few and far between, and most people keep working just because they don't want to go down the retirement route and they want to be valuable to the community. So you want to target people that are in their 50s and 60s. You need to seriously consider targeting them using start times at 6:30, 7 o'clock. That's going to be the ideal situation. Now, granted, you can host your seminars earlier than that. You can host them at 4:30 or for lunchtime. But you have to take in consideration is that you're going to get 1/3 or 1/4 of the response than you would for a dinner. Now, that's another thing. You need to provide a meal. People are going to be sitting with you for 2 hours. You need to provide some kind of a loss leader for their time. And if you're concerned about people coming for the free meal, many reports, data has shown, Senior Market Advisor has done research and studies on this, and only 20% of the actual the attendees actually come strictly for the meal. Self-reported information. You know confidently at least 70% there are coming for the information. And whether they're going to meet with you or not is going to be the information you provide, and is going to be the call to action. So high level stuff. When it comes to best practices, you want to host your seminars at a restaurant location, provide a meal. You want to do dinners, 6:30, 7 o'clock start times. You want to do them in the middle of the week, either Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. If you follow best practices, you're going to get in front of rooms full of 20, 30 people a night, opposed to actually having a few people showing up or having to cancel altogether. Now let's talk about call to action. Call to action is once again one of the most neglected things when it comes to seminar marketing. Advisors don't understand that you have to have a reason why people need to meet with you at the conclusion of your seminar and why they need to actually come into your office. Now I'm going to actually go ahead and provide additional techniques to actually go ahead and close more appointments, but I want to just talk about the philosophy of actually setting an appointment. Take the standpoint of what is the anxiety that consumers have when they think about meeting with you one-on-one. They do not know what's going to happen. They are concerned that you're going to hard sell them. They are concerned that they're going to spend an hour, maybe an hour and a half time with you and get no value out of that appointment. So the first and foremost, the most important thing you need to do is to go ahead and explain what happens at your appointments. What can they expect when they come in and meet with you? You can try to paint a picture of what it's going to be like when they walk into your office, or if you actually visit them at their house or their business. You need to give them an idea on what you're going to discuss with them. You also need to give them an idea on what benefit they're going to receive by meeting with you. So if you try to paint the picture of how that's going to happen, that's going to help you lower the anxiety of consumers wanting to meet with you. Now, if you're not familiar with this book, you need to get familiar with it. There's an author, his name is Frank Maselli, and Frank Maselli wrote a book, Seminars, the Emotional Dynamic. It is the Bible to doing financial seminars. My recommendation is to go ahead and purchase the book. It's only like $30, but it's well worth it if you're going to be spending thousands of dollars to market your business with seminars, because it will teach you the dynamic and the emotional dynamics of actually scheduling appointments and what consumers think about. It'll also teach you a couple techniques to go ahead and book appointments and provide other ways to actually go ahead and generate business opportunities for your firm. When it comes to establishing a call to action, there's probably several different ways you can close people, and you can go ahead and look at this channel to find these different tips. There is the are all advisors the same close technique, and that's going to be a video I'll share with you with speaking with the top advisor. Probably more of a sophisticated way to go ahead and generate appointments, but if you do it in conjunction with some other techniques, that will probably close a lot of business for you. Another technique is I'm going to get you this information technique. I'll share that with you too. And also another technique that you can use to close appointments at your seminars is the assumed close, which is probably one of the easiest techniques to implement, and it's kind of works like a broadsword that just basically go ahead and divide your room in half of people that you're going to be able to close appointments with and who are not. The final thing we want to talk about is sales process. Now, I can share with you that I am not a sales process for the financial industry, but it is the difference between being successful with financial seminars and not. I've had advisors that I worked with that call up and complain to me about leads that were generated from our seminars or leads that were generated from any kind of an appointment setting programs they do, and then only to speak to their associates and just find out that they just couldn't close the deal. Literally having advisors telling me, well, the people weren't qualified. Okay, well, why aren't they qualified? Well, they had assets, but they didn't want to invest. They wanted to invest in vehicles like CDs. Someone is just not taking responsibility for their sales skill. So if you're not familiar with sales process, if you don't have a sales process and you just wing it, marketing for your business is not going to be a successful way to do that, because you have to have some kind of a process to help identify a need for your services and help identify and help those consumers that you're meeting with to identify that the only solution to that need is you. You need to reach out to your upline, people that you work with, FMOs that you work with, and have them provide you with sales process. I do have a couple techniques, some smart questions that you can ask in your appointments that can help you just get people to reveal a little bit more about their financial situation, and also determine that maybe the financial advisor they're currently working with or don't have is going to not fit their needs, and you'll be more suitable to help them. So thank you once again for clicking on this video. High level, to be successful at seminars, you want to have a sales process, you want to have basically best practices, and you also want to have a call to action. If you have those three things, you'll be very successful at seminars altogether. And once